Hey everyone, welcome back to The Dish. So I'm so excited to have our next guest with us. I deemed him the coolest mayor ever when he was here the last time, and he's joined me. He's only gotten so much more cooler.
Oh,
How
thank
you doing,
I'm
Deke?
doing good. How are you?
I'm good. So you've had so much go on in the past couple of years. Former mayor of Augusta, if you guys are tuning in and maybe not familiar.
Yeah.
But you served as mayor for 2 full terms.
And one unexpired term,
That's right.
so a total of 9 years. I got a bonus year.
Yes, and you did incredible things while you were the mayor, and it hasn't stopped. One of the biggest things that you now have on your plate is this new book that was just published by Forbes, The Change Maker.
Well, it's interesting. Somebody asked me when I came out of office, well, what are you going to do now that you've retired? And I'm like, man, do I look young enough to retire? So I've just kept an open mind about things, but it's funny about the book that it was a year ago that Forbes reached out to me through an email and said, you know, do you have an interest in writing a book? So I thought it was a joke or a scam, so I almost deleted the email, and thank goodness I didn't. But I asked him, my first question was, you know, how did you find me? So for the past 3 years, I've been writing a monthly column on leadership for the Georgia Municipal Association. So they have an internet-based team that does research to look for people that are producing content on par with Forbes brand. So I got discovered. Wow,
that's amazing. And don't you love how all of that happens? Had you not written for them, then they would not have discovered you. And really, I want to talk about the basis of the book, The Change Maker. You deem it the art of building better leaders.
Yes.
Why is that important?
Well, to me, and coming from a background in politics, it drives me crazy to see what we're seeing in politics these days. It's just so extreme. And I always focus on... And negative. But people, you know, it was unusual that I kept it to the high ground. I always stayed positive. I never slung mud on anybody. And I was successful in politics doing that while maintaining my character and integrity.
Absolutely.
But if that can be done here, it can be done in other cities. But I think it starts at the grassroots level. And part of what I talk about in the book is really mentoring that next generation of leaders, which is what I'm all about now.
Absolutely. And speaking of, you have some big things that are in the works right now. Really, you talk about creating a movement based on positivity, and people will rally behind you, which is what happened in your years as mayor, and you have continued to work within the community to bring the light to Augusta because we have so much to offer here. And I want to introduce that movement. We're going to break it down a little bit. Bethany is going to be joining us, but tell me about it.
Well, you know, what we're focused on right now is this All In Augusta campaign. It's a 5-year capital campaign done in conjunction with the Convention and Visitors Bureau to raise $6 million to make Augusta more of a tourist destination. And to me, you know, the better Augusta looks, it's better for local residents, it's better to bring in economic development and investment, and to bring in new residents. So, and you're right, we've got so much cool stuff going on here, but I've always wanted to develop Augusta into a living classroom for other cities to follow. And everything I've always focused on is using every platform I have to build stronger communities. So the book is doing that, the campaign is doing that.
It's incredible to see.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's very cool to see. Well, listen, you also are still pretty busy in the athletic field. You're still doing your Ironmans. I had to mention it.
You had to mention that. Well, I'll roll this out today. I haven't done it in 4 years.
He's going to. We're putting it out there.
So I signed up last Monday, so a week ago, and I'm doing it in honor of Randy Smith, who's a friend of mine, a doctor who was doing the race into his 70s.
That's right.
He has pancreatic cancer. So this is the debut of me saying to all your viewers that I'm doing this for Randy.
You're making a commitment. Awesome. Well, thank you so much. And listen, he's not going to go anywhere. When we come back, we're going to be joined by Bethany from Bethany and the Southside Boys. We're going to touch a little bit more on All In Augusta. We'll be right back.